Hello, I'm Sarah Subiata Bennett, your host of the Dallas Express podcast. Today we're celebrating girl power with two incredible women from Chocolate Secrets on Oak Lawn. Joining us are Pam Eudaric, the founder and CEO of Chocolate Secrets, and Suzanne Palmlund, the creative force behind their delectable fudge. After our chat with these dynamic best friends, we'll head to the Gem, one of my favorite spots. The food is delicious, and the story behind its creation is truly inspiring. Okay, so then you started Chocolate Secrets when? What was the year that it was started?
It was like 2004.
2004. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. So it's been alive for 20 years.
Yeah, over 20.
Oh my! And the same location, but just in kind of.
We started off in the West Village.
Oh,
and I was there for 2 or 3 years.
Oh.
And I wanted to add wine to the mix. Because wine and chocolate pairings are incredible.
Oh yes.
Incredible. And they'd been doing them on the East Coast and the West Coast, but they hadn't been done in Texas.
Oh.
So when I wanted to put wine and chocolate together and do pairings, everyone said, wine and chocolate doesn't go together. And somebody actually went to my husband and said, maybe you need to cut her off. Does she know what she's doing? But you know, first of all, I don't need another father.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. And secondly, if I want to do something, I go do it.
That's right.
So I moved to this location, which is a standalone location on Oak Lawn, 3926 Oak Lawn. It's at Oak Lawn in Avondale.
Yep.
And it allowed me to do more of what I wanted to do, control my own destiny. But I wanted to expand it, so I purchased the building next to it because it shared a wall with another structure. So I bought that structure and I put them together. And on this side, we have our art gallery and our jazz, because my great uncle was Cab Calloway's drummer, believe it or not.
Oh.
And so music is a huge part of my family.
Oh, mine too.
And so we added jazz.
Suzanne and yourself, Pam, are very close.
Suzanne is my very first girlfriend.
Do you believe that? I don't.
Me either. She's fabulous. She's
Can
too
I
fabulous.
add, when she was talking about all these businesses, I said, how do you do that? You know, I'm thinking, she just named 4 of them, you know, and I thought, how do you run 4 businesses in 24 hours?
Yep.
And she looked at me and she said, I don't sleep.
Yeah. Yes.
Then I understood how you do that. You don't sleep.
Yep.
Please come to our afternoon tea room. This is a brainchild of Suzanne Palmer.
Okay.
But anyway, one day she says, Pam, you know, my family makes this fudge. It's peanut butter fudge.
Just here, right?
Right there. And she says, well, you know, my family makes this peanut butter fudge for generations. And I only like mine. You know, we do this. And she says, taste it. I taste it. I thought, oh my God, it's a business. And so now we have Enjoy Fun Fudge, and look at the fudge. It's incredible.
If I were to try one, which one would you want me to try?
Well, I like them all. The
I would
newest one,
try
the
the
cranberry.
cranberry.
I love
Cranberry?
the
Right
cranberry.
there right there.
Let me try
yeah,
that
try
one,
it.
if you don't mind.
Oh no,
Oh
please.
yeah. But I don't use any ingredients that are for shelf life. And it's
Right. Nothing in
there's-
any of our
there's
products.
no oils, no
And no
shelf
artificial preservatives, no wax.
No,
Nothing
nothing.
that's not found in nature.
Well, that's
So
why
it's-
I love your store.
Yep.
Yes.
The food company that I
Yes,
grew, it was all based on that principle.
yes.
No preservatives whatsoever.
She
wax.
makes everything upstairs. She makes her own
in
bread.
small batches by ourselves. Yeah.
Most of it is organic that she does. And
find
that's
organic,
what I said, you know, when you're buying fudge in a fudge store, they have to have shelf life. Well, lucky for us, the shelf life's 3 to 4 days. And so I don't have to put any of those oils in it.
Our chocolate just flies off the shelf. It's never there
Yeah.
for very long. Now, what I do is I print it and I tell people that it's 4 weeks, 6 weeks, but it's really 6 to 8 weeks is fine. But I always put in our books, and since I print on myself, I put all that stuff in there that says shorter shelf life, so that I'm sure they're going to enjoy it.
Of
Right.
course.
When they consume
Of course.
it, you know?
Look at the artistic, like her box of chocolates.
Oh, well, everything. Everything in that
It's an
store.
artist palette. You look at that and you don't even want to eat it because of the beauty
Yep.
Yeah,
of
eat
the.
Oh, I
really,
eat it. I eat it. The
it's-
kids eat it. We all eat it.
But you know what I'm trying to say to people is, don't be stopped by the lie of no. You know, some people will tell you, you're female, no, you can't do that, you know. You're a minority, black, Hispanic, whatever. What are you?
Yeah, look at us. we
Can't
have
do
no
it, you know,
color bounds.
or we're too old or too young.
Yeah, no age
I just
bounds.
have to say that the fact that you started a company in your 80s.
Well, my girlfriend, when I
That
was
is
going up
incredible.
the elevator to get my business license, she turned around to me and she said, I can't believe that I'm taking an 87-year-old up to get a business license. And I looked at her and said, your point is,
Yeah.
you know, excuse me?
And
Yeah.
she is extremely successful.
Yes.
The fudge flies off the shelf. She has orders for 200,
I never
2,000
thought I'd be making
constantly.
fudge.
Yes.
It's amazing though, isn't
But
it?
you know, age is, I'm very grateful, and God has blessed me with good health. And so I look around and I think, why shouldn't I do anything I want?
I would like everybody to
Oh, yes.
remember that. Be open to yes. Don't listen to that lie of no. People always tell you know, Suzanne, you're 87. How can you?
Yeah.
She does whatever she wants to, and I encourage you always do whatever
Yeah.
you want to, whenever you want to, how you want to.
You were afforded a wonderful education, which is incredible. Now today, we have, just in the city, over 60,000 children graduating from DNF-rated schools. Many of them can't read. What would be some of your advice on things that could be done differently on the educational front, just on the public school side?
So I'm going to talk in two aspects. You know, we need to get experts, and the legislature and the government needs to work on the schools. But we as parents and moms and people in the community, we need to talk to our children. You know, if you tell a child that they're stupid, you tell a child that they're a failure, you tell them that they're bad, that's who they become. I never look at a child and say, you know what, you are a horrible little child and you need to go be punished and go sit over there. Never. Every child is a gift and a jewel. And if we encourage our children in our neighborhoods and in churches that every child is a gift and a jewel, they will always do well. And let me also tell you this, you know, you don't need to do well in one area. I'm going to tell you, I can't run, catch, throw, jump, nothing. I have no athletic ability at all. But do I think that I am a diminished person? No. I have other gifts.
That's right.
God gives each of us gifts. So is your gift your intellect? It's only a gift of God. Don't be too full of yourself. It's just a gift. Are you particularly beautiful? You know, beauty is a gift from God. I'm going to tell you, and I don't want to embarrass you, but you know, when I look at you, every time I see you, I think, wow, I'm happy when I see you because God gave you the gift of beauty. It's a gift of God. But
I was not seeing that coming, but thank you.
You know what I'm saying? All these
Thanks.
things are gifts that if we just look at them and embrace them and be pleased by them, it gives glory to God. So I guess I know the problem needs to be tackled on a global level, but it
really
needs to be
does.
tackled also on an individual
In the
child
home.
basis.
The reason I, always ask the questions about kind of the civic level, about kids, 60,000 kids going to DNF-rated schools not able to read, is because we're doing a lot of work to ensure that those kids do actually have that afforded ability to have better education available to them. How is it down where your businesses are existing as far as crime and homelessness?
Maybe it's a naivete, but when I see a homeless person, I don't run in horror and disgust. There's a reason they're there. And I try to give them dignity and respect.
Good.
And we do programs and outreach programs that help the homeless, but on an individual basis, and that's kind, and you know, let's all clap. We do that part. But on an individual basis, how did they get there? What is that about? So, for example, at Chocolate Secrets, and I probably shouldn't advertise this, but we don't let the homeless inside the store because
Sure.
you just
Yeah.
you know,
It detracts.
and
from
there's an odor.
the-
Chocolate will
That's
absorb
right.
odor, and it's
Yep.
difficult.
Yep.
But when the homeless come, we give them coffee outside and a chocolate, and we're not disrespectful, and we let them sit out on the benches. And so they know that when they come to us, They just stand outside the window and wave because they know that we don't want them to come inside. And they stand outside and they wave, and we say, okay.
But then you'll take them something
outside. Yeah, we
outside.
take them something
Sure.
outside. And so they respect us as we respect them. And I know that's not always a possibility, because sometimes it's narcotics and they're out of their minds, or sometimes it's mental illness. But just always try to remember that you're talking about another person.
Human being.
Or to a human being.
That's right.
And that's what we try to do. But on a global, maybe more impactful level, we're constantly, giving to shelters and larger programs, and because there are a lot of programs out here that help the homeless.
Oh, a ton. And so we're actually trying to ensure that we get this kind of hub fashioned after Haven for Hope in San Antonio, so that everything from, if someone wants to remain addicted to whatever drug they're on, they can actually do that in a kind of
Protected,
in a safe, confined setting.
Mm-hmm.
But if they want to get the help, from mental, from therapy, from showers to food to
care for
everything.
their kids.
That's right, care for the kids. It's all encompassing in one overarching
Give us
space.
the information.
Yeah, I
on that.
absolutely will.
And we
I
will.
absolutely
Yeah, please,
will,
yeah.
because that's why since you said that you were involved in the community, I thought, well, then that's super
please,
special.
yeah, let us know.
To have our community leaders involved at that level, and it sounds like you really are. From you're well versed in what makes our community work. So you're not just a successful entrepreneur, two successful entrepreneurs. You are still of the mind to give back to those who need.
You say homeless.
Yep.
Yeah, they're homeless, but why
Yep.
are they homeless?
Yep. There's a lot.
No one's zeroing in. And my first thing with that is I used to be affiliated with the Bridge downtown.
Oh, yes.
When it first started,
Uh-huh.
I was on the board, and I went to a breakfast, and it was like 1,000 people, that they were feeding. And I looked around and walked around and talked to people, and I thought, yeah, they're homeless. But this entire room is either mentally ill or drug addicted. So what are we doing about that?
Yep. That
And
has
is
to
it
be-
enough?
That's right.
Yeah, they say, yeah, we have this and we have that. But is it enough? They have to go to the street. It used to be where they would be committed, and at least they had meals and they had a place to sleep. And yeah, it probably wasn't the best, thing in the world to have a permanent shelter that someone has to live in. But at least they're off the street.
That's
and they
right.
are
And
taken
they're
care
getting
of.
help.
Shelters
They're
are
getting help.
difficult because scrapyards tend to be in the. They're not in
Yeah,
Highland
they're
Park.
in the outskirts.
You're right.
Yeah.
And so we deal a lot with the
Yes.
homeless, and those homes are dangerous.
I know
You
they
can't
are.
take your children in there; they get attacked and molested. You're a woman; you can't go in there. You're raped. It's really. It's difficult on so many levels. We had all the scrapyards come together, and we all sat down and said, "What can we do to help? And can we give jobs out to them?" So we had a big job fest.
Oh.
We did a job fest for felons and homeless.
Yep.
And then we gave jobs out to the people, because sometimes working at the scrapyard, it doesn't require a BA or
That's
a
right.
JD.
That's right.
It just requires physical ability
That's right.
and a focus. And so
That's right.
we give out jobs.
I just appreciate all that it is that you all do to help this magical place that brings so many of us together. Now, let's balance out this chocolate indulgence with a nutritious lunch from the Gem. It's my favorite spot to order from on DoorDash, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.
We've been here in this location just a year.
Okay.
We were just down the block,
All right.
and but we've been here since 2012.
This wall has always been important because, it's always something we're still learning. Certainly we think all of our customers are interested in learning, but we're always learning, the latest and still have the passion for it, Leslie and I love to pick out what we're interested in,
Yes.
and that's always, improving and changing as we find new products that are
That's
are,
right. Yep, on the
you know,
same mission.
Yes.
Yep. So tell me how you guys find your products.
We just do a lot of research. online, with people who might write articles about something,
Yes.
and we'll dig that way. We have a girl here in Dallas who just left her real job to continue making these Ola crackers, which are almond.
I've never tried
almond flour.
these.
Oh, they're amazing. Her name is Lauren.
I'll have to buy some.
And see, we have our little gem at home here, so you have all of it, where you can make your. We also want to encourage our customers to make their things.
Yeah.
To cook at home.
Yes.
To make their smoothies at home.
Yes.
Of course, we also want them to come here, but this helps. We just want to support a healthy lifestyle all the way around, and bringing it home to your
Yeah,
family.
this is the brand that I use.
we think that they're the best.
Yeah, they're the absolute best.
and you can't find it. It's not
I know.
really
I
readily
know.
on the shelves.
I know. I am a huge fan. I mean,
Thank
these
you.
things I take like a crazy lady. Like all of these,
Oh,
I
they
just
should.
order them.
Uh-huh.
So you guys, I
love it.
seriously. I'm like, I know they don't know who I am because I never go. And then this, I'm addicted to this.
chia pudding.
Oh, I'm gonna have some right now. I'm like, and then
Sarah,
you all,
have you tried the vegan tuna?
Oh yes.
Okay, so they're
course.
homemade
They're
pickle.
really good with the Ola crackers.
Yeah,
Okay.
this and
The vegan tuna.
Yes.
This.
Yes.
The jalapeno ranch. The
yeah.
jalapeno
pesto.
Yeah, it's right here on the bottom.
And then the ranch itself, the spicy
Okay.
vegan ranch. You guys,
Okay,
I am like
You're our poster child.
I am your poster
I love
child.
it.
I'm like
I love it.
It is really funny. I'm just dying to hear your story. I feel like I am familiar with it, but I still want people to hear it because it's just so inspiring. If you would mind sharing with us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, I do think this journey for me started in 2009
Okay.
when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was a major kick
Yep.
in the stomach.
Yep.
At age 40.
At age 40, and little kids,
That's right.
and so I immediately just started digging into what I could do to make sure that I was
Lived.
controlling everything that
That's
I
right.
could possibly do.
Yeah.
I did the chemo and the radiation and the surgeries but how was I going to make sure that the cancer didn't return?
That's right.
And create an environment that the cancer didn't like inside my body. And so that passion then came together, and with Mary Catherine and I deciding to create a space for others to find that.
Yeah.
And that's how we got into this. And we can only control ourselves, right? And the environment, sometimes you can't control that, but you
Yes.
can control what you put into your body.
And you have to tell me, so your other store, the location on Forest, is it the same size?
It's twice the size.
It is.
The team gets there at 5 in the morning,
Uh-huh.
and then our driver gets there about 5:30.
Yeah.
Starts the truck up and gets it running because we're bringing all of our veggies get delivered,
Uh-huh.
and then one girl is tasked with just washing
That's right.
the organic
Oh, yeah.
veggies.
Oh, yeah.
Then it goes into the soup and the smoothie and the wherever or on the bar, right, just raw to be juiced. So
The salsa. Oh my.
yes.
Okay, I
Well, you
used
know
to
salsa.
make. That's the thing.
Come on.
I used to make a salsa, but I have not had to make one batch of my salsa with your stuff.
Wow.
It's so delicious.
It's so fresh. A lot of people.
I mean,
a
you've
lot of people
tried
just
it.
eat it like a salad.
like your
like a tomato
I can't
salad.
help it. It's so good. But I have a question. How did you all come up with your recipes?
We started out actually making. She made me the lentil soup
We still serve today.
when I was sick. And she called it her lentil love soup, and dropped it off on my front porch when I was sick. All the recipes we create, and we started out, with a pretty simple menu, and then the green glow, which is our still to this day our most popular juice, was what I juiced. I juiced probably 64 ounces. Took that every day, and so the green glow became our green juice, and it's grown from there.
You guys are saving lives. You really are. Percentage-wise, because I'll go support people and restaurants, of course, that aren't organic. But the percentage of that, it's really, really had to shrink because I'm terrified of getting sick. I'm terrified.
Just oil, just bad oil. Can we just all agree
Absolutely.
to use good oil?
Absolutely. I can't thank you enough. I know it was hard for Shannon to pin you all down. It's because for me, I told her, I said, I have to. This place is really important to me.
Well, you are
it's
such a-
very important to me.
Thank you.
And your mission is important. You all are beautiful women, inside and out. I mean, so thank you.